And special greetings to all of you tuning in on the YouTube channel and joining us here for this fun, chaotic, but great fast swim meet. Here we go. Just make sure we've got all our timers in place, especially important in a time final swim meet. And here we go, girls 50 free. He won. In lanes 2 through 7, top to bottom. In lane 2, Emily, then Audrey, Mercy, Ruby, Kate, and Adri. Heat 2. We have Sierra, Gabby, Corinna, Mary, Sydney, Amy, Lilia, and Hannah. And Lilia, a nice 24/7 PR. Heat 3. In lane 1, Abby. Lane 3, Maddie. Then Kaylee, Avery, Eleanor, Rachel, and Olivia. Now heat 4. We have Megan, Jordan, Alina, Selma, Audrey, and then in lane 7, Sophie, lane 8, Lila. Audrey of Minnetonka, 24-2. Nice time drop there. Heat 5. Lane 1, Embry. Lane 2, Penny. And 3, Bella. Then Brooke, Lucia, Erilyn, Maddie, and Rebecca. And folks, you'll notice that the top 8 is continually updated on the right side of the scoreboard so you can track along. And there's a nice one for Bella Johnson of Mako. Heat 6. Top to bottom, we have Anna Avery, another Anna. This is Anna Searson with Bree, Taylor, Olivia, Rainey, and Lauren. And once again, our top 8, we'll not announce them, but they will be up on the board. We won't take time to announce. We're just going to race on. And speaking of racing on, 24-3 for Bree. Heat 7. Top to bottom in Heat 7, we have Chloe, Janessa, Megan, Annika, Macy, Emma, Lauren, and Marion. And we're getting fast now. Pair of 23s. Our top seeded Heat 8. Lane 1, Lexi. Lane 2, Aaliyah. Lane 3, Lucy. Lane 5, Julia. Lane 6, Peyton. Lane 7, Izzy. And lane 8, Maya. And Julia Ogren with a nice 23-17. And you'll see those results updated on the unofficial results board as we go. Our next event, now the boys 50 free. He won. Lane 3, Matthew. Lane 4, Matry. And lane 5, Parker. PR for Parker. Heat 2. And top to bottom in 2 through 7, Joshua, Hunter, Sawyer, Logan, Reese, and Andon. Heat 3. In Heat 3, we have Oliver, Tristan, Carter, Leaf, Jack, Landon, Colton, and Mason. For 22's relief in Landon, and Colton, and Tristan. And he was booking. Heat 4. We have Miko, Kellen, and Jack. And in lane 5 and on, we have Michael, Jack, Ruslan, and Jacob. Heat 5. Heat 5, we have Carter, Alexander, Kipton, Drew, Liam, Jacob, Luke, and Micah. And Drew, 2180. That will jump to the top of the leaderboard. Heat 6. With Teo, Broden, Sam, Alex, Ethan, Jackson, Bryson, and Alex. Outside Smoke, 22 flat, Alex Meyer. Heat 7. Heat 7 with Ben, Alex, Rowan, Cam, Gabe, Justin, Lucas, and Wyatt. Lucas Warren exploding over in lane 7, 21:42, a full second PR for Lucas. Heat 8. In Heat 8, we have Cole, Louis, Liam, Alex, Andy, another Alex, and Wesley. And this time it's outside smoke in lane 1. Cool 21, Cole 21, 51. Heat 9. Heat 9 with Will, Charlie, Gabe, Samuel, Camden, Oliver, Joey, and Grant. And more 21s. Heat 10. With Andrew, Aiden, Will, Sam, another Sam, Rogan, James, and Brady. And James Lemus, 21-2. And that will jump to the top of the leaderboard with 2 heats to go. Heat 11. With Finn, Andrew, Grant, Bricks, Lucas, Ben, and Joe. And now our top seeded heat. Heat 12. Lane 1, Mason. Lane 2, Rohan. Lane 3, Dante. Lane 4, Joey. Lane 5, Danny. 6, William. Lane 7, Isaac. And lane 8, Owen.
Go, Owen!
And Joey Zellen, 20.3. 20.49 for Danny By. Nice swimming there. We move now to event 21, the girls' 200-yard butterfly. he won. In lane 1, Kate. Lane 2, Hallie. Lane 3, Lily. Lane 4, Ruby. In 5, Olivia. 6, Maggie. And 7, Addison. Yeah, Lily Peterson of Hurricanes. And Lily holding it together. And we're going to see a nice time drop here for Lily. There it is, a 2:16.19. A 2.5 second drop. Heat 2. Lane 1, Clara. Lane 2, Alyssa. Lane 3, Bella. Lane 4, Addison. Lane 5 is Megan. Lane 6, Soph. Lane 7, Reeve. And lane 8, Maddie. The leaderboard now posted. And that matches the official results I have. Congratulations to the boys 50 free champ, Joey Zellen of Lake Superior. Also, congratulations to our girls 50 free champ from Rochester, Julia Ogren. And Maddie Wenzel hanging in there. She went out fast. They're trying to hold on, though. We got a challenge coming from Megan Greenberg in lane 5. And it looks like Megan timed her finish perfectly and sneak in with a 2:12.1. Best time for Megan. Heat 3. Lane 3, Sydney. Lane 4, Gracie. Lane 3 is Elise. Lane 4, Huizhu. Lane 5, Lily. 6, Gwyneth. 7, Annika. And lane 8, Kayla. And still wired together at the 100. Tied at 102.03, both Lily and Gwyneth. And a couple of very nice swims. That is a PR for Lily by a little bit and a PR for Gwyneth by a second. And now heat 4. With 2 heats to go, here's Laney, lane Maddie, lane 3 Sabina, lane 4 Bella, lane 5 Peyton, in 6 Kaya, lane 7 Caroline, and lane 8 Maddie. And Peyton Hultgren, as she has done all weekend, going out fast. And Peyton, a hot first 100, 59.7. And we'll see if Peyton's spicy first 50 comes back to haunt her. She turns right with Bella of Mako. And Bella pulling away. Peyton keeping her turnover up. And Bella 2:07.19. A nice 2.5 second drop for Bella. And Peyton with a PR. And a nice time drop for Maddie Mullen over in lane 8. And now heat 5. Lane 1, Vivian. Lane 2, Brooke. Lane 3, Chandler. In lane 4, Julia. Lane 5, Sarah. Lane 6, Ellie. Lane 7, Sophia. And lane 8, Julia. Julia Ogren in lane 4, of course, fresh off a win in the 50 freestyle. About 25 minutes ago. There was 60 yards to go. Julia ahead by a half a stroke. This is a tough double for Julia. It's always more difficult to go from a sprint to something longer. And Julia brings it in 2:03.53. Nice swim for a nice double. Second to Sarah Hurley of Aquajets. A reminder to coaches and fans that the team scores are posted at the clerk of course and will be updated periodically. Our next event is the boys 200 butterfly. We have 5 heats. Heat 1. Lane 3, Bentley Smith. Lane 4, Sebastian Wood. And lane 5, Sam Green. Our heat 2. Lane 2, Wyatt. Lane 2, Soren. In 3, I'm sorry. Lane 2 is Wyatt. 3, Soren. 4, Stanley. 5, Tyler. In 6, Lucas. Lane 7, Miles. And once again, coaches, the team standings are being posted at the clerk of course table and will be updated periodically. They are also available on Meet Mobile. Just been told that Meet Mobile may not be reliable. Yeah, the no go on Meet Mobile. So if you want team scores, go to the clerk and see the friendly folks there. And this is Tyler Hultgren, following in his sister's footsteps. And Tyler with a 2:03.7. And that's a nice 2.5 second time drop for Tyler. Heat 3. In lane 1, Brad. In 2 is Thomas. Lane 3, Jacob. Lane 4, Kent. Lane 5, Evan. Lane 6, Cam. Lane 7, Nick. And lane 8, Dan. And looks like Dan March leading the field here with a 56 first 100. And Dan with the best split on the board with 50 to go. Dan comes in with a long course meter seed time, so not a surprise that we would see a good yard swim. And there's one for the notebook, a milestone swim, 1:59.82 for Dan. Congratulations, Dan. Now heat 4. In lane 2, Kai. Lane 3, Micah. Lane 4, Allen. Lane 5, Lucian. Lane 6, Aiden. In 7 is Zach. And lane 8, Joshua. Lucian Espinoza with the lead and the best 150 split. And Lucian gets it home, 159.06. PR for Lucian. PR for both Aiden Larson in lane 6 as well. Micah DeBelts with a sub 2-minute swim. Heat 5. Lane 1, Aiden Pena. Lane 2, Charlie Ballard Brazil. Lane 3, Charlie Bobbick. In lane 4, William Truskowski. In 5, Lucas McGann. Lane 7, Hayden Lenners. And lane 8, Henry Fink. And Lucas with a pretty aggressive 52-2 opening 100. Ballard Brazil of Aquajets, 52-8. And then William Truskowski of Rochester, who has been a 151. Now creeping up. And we're going to have a fun race here to the final. And makes it a sweep for the Rochester Swim Club in the girls and boys 200 butterfly. The nice 150.9. That's Williams' best time. Also a PR for Lucas in third. Charlie Bobbick with a nice swim and a 151 in second. We are now ready for the girls 100 individual medley. He won. In lane 2, Emma Bourne. Lane 3, Maggie Salmela. In lane 4, Gabby Pearson. Lane 5, Claire Collins. And lane 6, Maddie Urbanek. And the results on the board are now official for the butterfly. And we will congratulate both our girls champion, Julia Ogren, and our boys champion, William Truskowski of Rochester. Heat 2. In lane 1, Jordan. Lane 2, Lexi. Lane 3, Olivia. Lane 4, Brady. In 5, Bella. Lane 6, Adele. Lane 7, Ellie. And lane 8, Penny. Heat 3. Lane 1, Paige. Lane 2, Delaney. In 3, Natalie. Lane 4, Eleanor. In 5, Sophia. 6, Rebecca. 7, Evelyn. And in lane 8, Ariana. And a nice long reach for Eleanor. And a 101, that's the best time. Heats 4. In lane 1, Soph. Lane 2, Maya. Lane 3, Maddie. Lane 4, Mackenzie. Lane 5, Tanya. Lane 6, Lila. Lane 7, Isla. And lane 8, Ella. Lane 3, Maddie Perrant. Pops out like she was spring-loaded. And Maddie, 60.33. Nice time drop. Heat 5. Lane 1, Kate. Lane 2, Taylor. Lane 3, Adri. In 4, Lauren. 5, Emma. Lane 6, Sophie. Lane 7, Audrey. And lane 8, Brooke. And the PRs just keep coming. Audrey Saris with a nice swim. Heat 6. In lane 1, Malaya. Lane 2, lane 3 is Carolyn. Lane 4. Lane 4 is Lily. Lane 5 is Iris Sorensen Wagner. Lane 6, Mackenzie. Lane 7, Ellie. And lane 8, Bree. And Carolyn, 0022, Bree 0054. And somebody's about to break a minute here, I think. Heat 7. Lane 1, Elena. Lane 2, Maggie. Lane 3, Janessa. Lane 4, Lexi. Lane 5, Izzy. Lane 6, Corinna. Lane 7, Avery. And lane 8, Lucia. And Lexi, our top seed, wins another event. She won the 200 free yesterday. 58.68 for Lexi. Our next event is the boys 100 IM. He won. Lane 1, Aiden. Lane 2, Joshua. 3, Ethan. Lane 4, Kent. 5 is Carter. 6, Soren. And 7, Michael. E2. Lane 1, Jacob. Lane 2, Henry. Lane 3, Gavin. In 4, Daniel. Lane 5, Caleb. Lane 6, Owen. Lane 7, Finn. And lane 8, Oliver. And a big finish here by Henry of Velo City, 56.35. Nice time drop. E3. In lane 1, Luke. Lane 2, Lucas. In 3, Sawyer. 4, Ethan. Lane 5, Caleb. In lane 6, Alex Frensha. Lane 7, Alex Meyer. And lane 8 is Owen. And we got a jailbreak from Alex Meyer over in lane 7. 55-2. It's almost a 3-second time drop for Alex. In heat 4. Lane 1, Alex. In 2, Kai. Lane 3, Jim. Lane 4, Avery. Lane 5, Henry. Lane 6, Harrison. Lane 7, Owen. And lane 8, Axel. Yeah, nice one here for Jim Graham of Northfield. 55-1. A 2.5 second time drop, either a really old seed time or a really great swim. Heat 5. Lane 1, Ty. Lane 2, Leaf. Lane 3, Luca. Lane 4, Alexander. Lane 5, Pascal. Lane 6, Miko. Lane 7, Jacob. And lane 8, Liam. And Ty brings it home, another 55. Heat 6. Lane 1, Carter. Lane 2, Michael. Lane 3, Camden. In 4, Ben. Lane 5, Cole. Lane 6, Joshua. Lane 7, Parker. And lane 8, Tyler. And Cole sneaks his hand in just ahead of Camden. Heat 7. In lane 1, Kellen. Lane 2, Alex. In 3, Sam. Lane 4, Xavier. Lane 5, Brady. Lane 6, Andrew. Lane 7, Alex. And lane 8, Ellison. And another 55. Brady and for Alex and Andrew. Heat 8. Lane 1, Sam. 2, Finn. 3, Gabe. In lane 4, Charlie. Lane 5, Parker. Lane 6, Rogan. Lane 7, Talon. And lane 8, Grant. And Parker Miller of St. Croix, 54-1. And that will jump atop the leaderboard. Heat 9. Our top seeded heat now. Lane 1, Dante. Lane 2, Owen. 3, Mason. In 4, our 400 IM champ, Charlie. Lane 5, Joe. Lane 6, Joey. Lane 7, Lucas. And lane 8, William. And Owen Baudette, even with the extra stroke, 51.04. And that looks like that will be our state champ time. We'll wait and make it official. As we move on to the girls' 100-yard backstroke. He won. In lane 3 is Natalie, lane 4 is Stella, and lane 5, Emma. Heat 2. In lane 1, Grace. Lane 2, Lila. Lane 3, Lexi. Lane 4, Brady. Lane 5, Kylie. And lane 7, Edlin. Take a minute to congratulate our champions in the 100 individual medley. Our girls champion with a winning time of 58.68 from South Metro Storm, Lexi Tippy. And our boys state champion with a winning time of 51.04, also from South Metro Storm, Owen Baudette. So a sweep for the Storm in the IM. And there is Adlin with that pink Granite City cap and a 102.07. Heat 3. In lane 1, Jalen. Lane 2, Marin. 3, Maggie. Lane 4, Haley. Lane 5, Megan. Lane 6, Sylvie. Lane 7, Penny. And lane 8, Erilyn. $28.98 for Haley, with Maggie Cole of Granite City knocking on the door. And Marin Nelson, 60.24. And a nice 60.5 for Haley, 101.95 for Maggie. Heat 4. In lane 1, Ella. Lane 2, Madison. In 3, Olivia. Lane 4, Ruthie. Lane 5, Jayin. Lane 6, Amy. Lane 7, Madeline. And lane 8, Tanya. And Madeline with a nice swim, under a minute. And that will jump to the top of our leaderboard. Now heat 5. Lane 1, Emma. Lane 2, Helen. Lane 3, Maggie. In 4, Lauren. Lane 5, Kaylee. Lane 6, Olivia. In 7, Cora. And lane 8, Ellen. And Kaylee with a 59.01. Heat 6. Lane 1, McKenna. Lane 2, Lucia. Lane 3, Audrey. In lane 4, Sophie. Lane 5, Isabel. Lane 6, Maddie. Lane 7, Avery. And lane 8, Bree. And Isabel, 58.62. Our first 58 of the morning. Now heat 7. Lane 1, Peyton. Lane 2, Aaliyah. Lane 3, Mackenzie. Lane 4, Elise. Lane 5, Mia. Lane 6, Anna. 7, Ainsley. And lane 8, Keeley. And a tight one, 57-87 for Mia. And now our top-seeded heat. In lane 1, Shay Murphy. Lane 2, Janessa Sentiers. Lane 3, Marion Calway. Lane 4, Julia Ogren. Lane 5, Lauren Killalea. Lane 6, Logan Haverman. Lane 7, Lexi Tippy. And lane 8, Megan Gillard. And Julia and Lauren turning right together. Julia with a good underwater launches that last 25 at a 55.77. Her third event in the space of an hour and a half, and yet she's still within tenths of a second of her PR. Next up, boys 100-yard backstroke. E1. Lane 1, Caleb. Lane 2, Levi. Lane 3, Owen. Lane 4, Soren. Lane 5, Teo. Lane 6, Caleb. 7, Beckett. And lane 8, Wyatt. And Owen Wanapa, Mako, 56-58. E2. In lane 1, Kent. Lane 2, Aditya. Lane 3, Liam. Lane 4, Alex. In 5, Gavin. 6, another Alex. This is Alex Korolev. Lane 7, Ravi. And lane 8, Jared. And a 54.7 for Alex Korolev. That's a big improvement, much faster than his 104 meter seat time. D3. Lane 1, Jacob. Lane 2, James. Lane 3, Finn. In 4, Ethan. 5, Avery. Lane 6, Kai. Lane 7, Asher. And lane 8, Jack. And a PR for Finn. Heat 4. In lane 1, Jim. Lane 2, Aiden. Lane 3, Jacob. Lane 4, Sam. Lane 5, Lucas. Lane 6, Camden. Lane 7, Miko. And lane 8, Alex. And our first 53 for Camden. Now heat 5. In lane 1, Allen. Lane 2, Joshua. Lane 3, Colton. In 4, Justin. 5, Ruslan. 6, Micah. Lane 7, Zach. and lane 8, Hudson. And Justin Ma, 53 flat. Almost a 2 full second time drop for Justin. Heat 6. In lane 1, Mason. Lane 2, Hayden. In 3, Bricks. Lane 4, Axel. Lane 5, Maddox. Lane 6, Min. Lane 7, Garrett. And lane 8, Harrison. And out fast is Bricks DeWitt of Minnetonka. Bricks having a nice championship. And our first 52, 52.57. He's 7. Lane 1, Ballard. Lane 2, Andrew. 3, Thomas. In lane 4, Grant. Lane 5, Wyatt. Lane 6, Reese. 7 is Sam. And in lane 8, Joe. With 1 heat to go, this entire heat now seated with 51s and 52s. And Grant McElwain of St. Croix, 51.74, PR by a few 100s. Now heat 8. In our top seeded heat, Swimming in lane 1, William Truskowski. Lane 2, Kipton Helmrich. 3, Rowan Irwin. In 4, Ben Jobs. Lane 5, Mason Sawal. Lane 6, Danny Bai. Lane 7, Rohan D'Souza Larson. And lane 8, Dante Framke. And we've got Mason Sawal of River Falls. Major jailbreak in lane 5. And a 49.79 for Mason. And that one goes in the notebook. Our next event is the girls 50 breaststroke, event 27. E1. In lane 3, Eleanor. Lane 4, Mia. And lane 5, Lilia. Heat 2. Lane 1, Cora with Emma, Selby, Charlotte, Ruthie, Olivia, and Mary. The leaderboard is updated for the boys 100 backstroke. Mary Miller came in without a seed time. She takes care of that in a big way, 30.41. Heat 3. In Heat 3, we have Bella, Mia, Paige, Natalie, Arlen, Amy, Haley, and Sydney. Let's take a moment to congratulate our backstroke champions. The women's side swimming a 55.77 from Rochester. Another win for Julia Ogren. And the boys 100 back state champion with a winning time of 49.79 from River Falls, Mason Sawal. Congratulations. Julia and Mason are state champions. Now Heat 4. Lane 1, Brooke. In 2, Mia. Lane 3, Kira. 4, Amelia. 5, Maggie. 6, Evelyn. 7, Aubrey. And 8, Hannah. Heat 5. In lane 1, Sophia. Lane 2, Mercy. 3, Ariana. In 4, Sierra. 5, Taylor. 6, Cora. Lane 7, Vivian. And lane 8, Haley. And a 31-2, 9 for Sierra. Heat 6. Lane 1, Iris with Elena, Ellie, Carolyn, Annabelle, Avery, Lauren, and Aaron. .29 for Carolyn. And that jumps the leaderboard. Heat 7. Our top-seeded heat now. We have Corinna Ton, Izzy Westling, Kate Walls, Delaney Nilius, Logan Haverman, Aspen Schieffer, Audrey Saris, and Malia Johnson. And Aspen Schieffer, 29-30. To top a loaded field of breaststrokers. Congratulations, Aspen. We move now to the boys' 50-yard breaststroke. E1. Lane 3, Talon. Lane 4, Will. And lane 5, Aiden. Heat 2. In Heat 2, we have Owen, Alex, William, Alexander, Mackenzie, and Joey. And now Heat 3. Lane 1, Owen with Mark, Sam, Cam, Luke, James, Hunter, and Andrew. We've got a couple of monster swims on the books already here in the 50 breast. And we're about to see another one here out of Owen Baudette, lane 1, another 25. Heat 4. Lane 1, Oliver with Min, Carter, Leaf, Kellen, Henry, Owen, and Liam. Heat 5. In Heat 5, we have Luke, Samuel, Asa, Gabe, Lucas, Owen, Henry, and Dan. Heat 6. Lane 1, Finn. Lane 2, Luca. Lane 3, Alex. Lane 4, Sawyer. 5, Charlie. 6, Carter. 7, Ethan. And lane 8, Daniel. And lane 1 is a hot one here this morning, 26.50 for Finn Novak. Heat 7. In Heat 7, we have Xavier, Rogan, Wesley, Sam, Luke, Alex, Grant, and Andy. And a couple more 26s on the list. Now Heat 8. In our top seeded heat, we have Aditya Nair, Broden Vetch, Charlie Bobek, Rohan D'Souza Larson, Mason Krings, Jim Graham, Parker Miller, and Danny By. And our top seed, Rohan, 25-20. And he will slide into first place on the leaderboard. Our next event is the 500 freestyle. Girls, this is a time final. And three heats of girls have already swum. He won. In lane 3, Ellen McLeese. Lane 4, Chandler Offerman. Lane 5, Isabel Lane. And let's take a minute to congratulate our champions of the 50-yard breaststroke. Girls state champion with a winning time of 29.30 from South Metro Storm, Aspen Schieffer. And our boys 50 breaststroke state champion, his winning time 25.20 from Aquajets, Rohan de Sousa Larson. And a reminder that 2 heats were swum, or maybe 3 heats of this event were swum yesterday, giving swimmers the option. Here are the top 7 times from yesterday. I guess it was 1 heat. So the time to beat, posted by Storm's Taylor Hintz. A nice 5:09 for Chandler Offerman. That slides into third place on the leaderboard with 3 heats to go. Heat 2. In lane 1, Haley Stutko. Lane 2, Maddie Friel. Lane 3, Abby Wright. Lane 4, Kara Gorzik. Lane 5, Addison Forshee. Lane 6, Allie Poole. And lane 7, Gwyneth McLaughlin. All the swimmers in this heat come in with long course meter seat times in the 4:37 to 4:43 range. So kind of expect to see something in the teens, 5:10 to 5:20. And at the 400, we've got a 409 and a batch of 410s. Holding 104, 105 pace, so call me Nostradamus, but I think we're going to see some 514s. And the 511, the 512, and the 512-8. So some nice swims for Heat 2. Heat 3. Swimming in lane 1 from St. Croix Swim Club and a member of Team USA, para swimming, Summer Schmidt. Lane 2 from Addison Cram. Lane 3, Madeline Gao. Lane 4, Huizhu Kim. Lane 5, Lola Schottler. Lane 6, Liz Gabler. Lane 7, Charlotte Lake. And lane 8, Vivian Lenzen. Madeline Gow of Rochester leading the pack at the 300. Summer 316 at the 300. Summers' American record in this event, 5:31.7. She's going to have a very credible 5:35. And we'll revisit that. Maddie Gow with a 5:05.6. Nice time with 2 heats to go. And here comes Summer. Summer deep into her training for Worlds at Pan Pacs, and a very nice 5:33.78, only a couple seconds off of her American record time. So a great swim for Summer. Now heat 3. I'm sorry, heat 4. Heat 4. In lane 1, Lily Sisson. Lane 2, Marion Colway. Lane 3, Kaya Casey. In lane 4, Ellie Bina. Lane 5, Caroline Mulrooney. In 6, Madeline Jenin. 7, Isla George. And lane 8, Samantha Graves. Thursday night in the 1,000 freestyle, Ellie Bina, who's swimming in lane 4, and Caroline Mulrooney, who's in 5, had a dandy race. Ellie pulling away in the last 150. Ellie won the 400 IM yesterday. And at the 300, we are 4 across. And a great race shaping up here with just 5 lengths to go. Kaya, Ellie, Madeline, and Isla. And here come the bells. We're going to see who's going to sprint this. Madeline Jenin slightly ahead. At the flags, it's Madeline and Madeline Jenin, 5:00:44. Kaya Casey second, and Ellie Bina in third, just hundredths of a second apart. And now we move on to the boys' 500-yard freestyle. We have 2 heats. He won. In lane 3, Logan Clares. Lane 4, Aiden Pana. Lane 5, Blake Espeseth. And lane 6, Nolan Hansen. So we have Nolan in lane 6 and Aiden in lane 4, lifting each other. Aiden has been a 5:02.5. Nolan comes in with a metric seed time. And you can see the times. Take that back. They turn right together at 4:01. We're going to have nice low 5:02s, I think. And don't forget, coaches, the current team standings are updated and posted in the clerk of course area. And Aiden on his way to a PR. And there it is, 5:00.64. Best time for Aiden and Nolan, I would think, as well. 5:02.5. E2. Swimming in lane 1 is James Lemus. Lane 2, Aiden Larson. In 3, Thomas Foss. Lane 4, Zach Moore. Lane 5, Gabe Lenzen. 6, Isaac Botten. Lane 7, Wes Knapp. And lane 8, Luke Gens. And this heat will conclude the 500 freestyle, which we have swum in 3 parts. Some of the swimmers entered in the 1650 chose to swim this in one of the heats scheduled for yesterday. And swimmers in the 400 medley relay, we will roll right into the medley relay following this heat. And Thomas Foss of Riptide setting a nice pace, currently holding 56.5 per 100 pace. And Thomas still holding strong, 57 low, his pace. Here are the results of the girls 500. 8th place, Lily Sisson. 7th, Maddie Gow. 6th, Caroline Mulrooney. 5th, Marion Colway. In 4th, Isla George. 3rd, Ellie Bina. 2nd, Kaya Casey. And our 2026 state champion, the winning time of 5:00:44 from Riptide, Madeline Jenin. And there is the bell for Thomas Foss. And here comes Gabe Lenzen. And Gabe puts together a monster last 50. Saved up a lot, but hits a 4:39 PR time for Gabe. PR for Thomas as well. And now we move on to the girls 400-yard medley relay, event 31. Our next event, event 31, girls 400-yard medley relay. We have 5 heats. He won. In lane 3, Min Flyers A with Avery, Adlin, Aaliyah, and Sophie. Lane 4, Mantas A with Emma, Britta, Olivia, and Jordan. Lane 5, Granite City A with Adlin, Anya, Macy, and Marin. And here come the Flyers, a dandy race here between the Mantas in the black caps and Granite City in their distinctive pink caps. This is Olivia Schultz for the Mantas in 4. Macy Reed of Granite City hanging in there. Aaliyah Lewick of the Flyers having a nice leg. And Mantas drop anchor with Jordan Woodford. In the water now for Granite City, Marin Nelson. And for the Flyers, Sophie Schlechter. And the Mantas with a 4:13.55. Granite City is 16-2. Now Heat 2. In lane 1, Hurricanes B. This is Sylvia, Annalise, Lily, and Molly. Lane 2, Tuna B with Olivia, Mia, Mariah, and Vidika. In lane 3, Central Minnesota B with Arilyn, Ariana, Kaya, and Maggie. Lane 4, Great Wolf A with Kylie, Haley, Kaya, and Kara. In lane 5, Lake Superior A with Kendra, Eleanor, Anna, Bella. Lane 7 is Riptide with Emma, Chandler, Samantha, and Vivian. And lane 8, Sam's B with Evelyn, Malia, Olivia, and Kyrie. Here are the results of the 500 Women's Para 500, our champion, with a winning time of 5:33.78 from St. Croix Swim Club, Summer Schmidt. Here are the results of the boys 500. In 8th, James Lemus. 7, Isaac Botten. 6, Morgan Sims. In 5th, Zach Moore. 4th, Drew Rell. 3rd, Thomas Foss. In 2nd, Will Jabs. And our 2026 state champion in the 500 with a time of 4:39.13 from Riptide, Gabe Lenzen. Riptide B in the water. Chandler Offerman with a nice breaststroke leg. Samantha Graves now swimming butterfly for Riptide. And Samantha will touch for Vivian Lenzen of Riptide. And Riptide, 4:05.16. That becomes the time to beat. Heat 3. Heat 3 of 5. Swimming in lane 1, Foxjets B with Huizhu, Mercy, Sydney, and Olivia. Lane 2, St. Croix B with Olivia, Isla, Emma, and Gabby. Lane 3, Foxjets A with Tanya, Mia, Lainey, and Rachel. Lane 4, North Star A with Cora, Delaney, Lydia, and Sylvie. Lane 5, Mako A with Bella, Claire, Maggie, and Aubrey. Lane 6, Hurricanes A with Helen, Natalie, Maddie, and Evie. Lane 7, Rochester B with Jayin, Annabelle, Hallie, and Penny. And Olivia leads the backstrokers to the wall, and then it was 5 across diving in. Delaney Nelius of North Star. Breakout first 50 under 30. And North Star sends their butterflyer Lydia Hadukovic into the pool with the lead. Foxjets Lainey Henderson. A big first 50 for her 100 fly leg. And Foxjets A in the water first. This is Rachel Betts. And Fox Jets A, 401.26. Heat 4. In lane 1, West Express A with Sophie, Mackenzie, Jalen, and Olivia. Lane 3, Aquajets B with Mackenzie, Avery, Vivian, and Emma. Lane 4, Tuna A with Lucia, Sierra, Jaya, and Maya. Lane 5, Sems A with Iris, Mia, Logan, and Addison. Lane 6, North Suburban A with Ellie, Lauren, Charlotte, and Abby. Lane 7, Riptide A with Marion, Audrey, Sophia, and Madeline. And in lane 8, Minnetonka B with Keely, Rebecca, Soph, and Audrey. We'd like to congratulate our championship finishers in the boys senior 500 freestyle para. Finishing second from Metro Marlins, Hunter Ratfield. And our 2026 state champion in the 500 free para with a winning time of 440.04 from Omni Otters, Logan Clares. Congratulations, Logan and Hunter. Riptide with a big lead here in Heat 2. This is Sofia Kovalenko swimming the butter style leg. She will bring it in to touch for Maddie Jenin. And Riptide on their way to a nice mid 350. And that could put them in there in the top 8 where the big team points reside. $355.03. Heat 5. In lane 1, black line A, with Mia, Mary, Maddie, and Anna. Lane 2, Aqua Jets A, with Megan, Sophia, Sarah, and Macy. Lane 3, South Metro Storm B, with Lauren, Carolyn, Maddie, and Taylor. Lane 4, South Metro Storm A, with Lexi, Aspen, Janessa, and Peyton. Lane 5, Rochester A, with Elise, Corinna, Julia, and Chloe. Lane 6, Minnetonka A, with Lauren, Bree, Brooke, and Annika. Lane 7, St. Croix A, with Isabel, Bella, Julia, and Lucy. And lane 8, Central Minnesota A, with McKenna, Kate, Avery, and Izzy. And Aspen Schieffer. Swimming the breaststroke leg for Storm. She was our 50 breaststroke champion. In the water now for Storm, Janessa Sentiers, and giving chase in lane 1, Maddie Mullen of Blackline. And Storm, with a pretty big lead, will drop anchor with Peyton Hultgren. Blackline anchors with Anna Sierzan. And on the strength of a nice butterfly leg, Rochester in the battle with St. Croix for third. And this is all South Metro Storm. 350.15. St. Croix 353. And Blackline 354. And then it's going to be Riptide from Heat 4. Our next event, the boys 400 medley relay. He won. In lane 4, Velocity Aquatics B with Nicholas, Henry, Brody, and Wyatt. Lane 5, Red Dragon A with Matthew, Gavin, Lucas, and Patrick. Henry Becker of Velocity rocking his breaststroke. So it makes the medley relay so fun. Leads could change leg by leg. In the water now for Velocity, Brody Helms. And now in the 4, Red Dragon, Lucas Tuel. And now we've got us a dead heat with Wyatt Helms anchoring for Velocity and Patrick Kellum anchoring for Red Dragon. And it's going to be Velocity Aquatic B. The 3:54.9 to set the pace. Heat 2. In lane 1, North Suburban B with Isaac, Carson, Holden, and Sam. Lane 2, North Star B with Wyatt, Henry, Soren, and Jared. Lane 3, St. Croix B with Alex, Avery, Paulo, and Pascal. Lane 4, Riptide B with Nolan, Owen, Wes, and Aiden. Lane 5, South Metro Storm B with Ethan, Alex, Tyler, and Kellen. Lane 6, the Flyers A with Justin, Liam, Ravi, and Chase. 7, Hastings with James, Oscar, Ben, and Jacob. And lane 8, Rochester B with Caleb, Jasper, Blake, and James. That's Henry of North Star. But both Rochester, Storm, and St. Croix all with really good breaststroke starts. Four Flyers hit the water almost together. Lane 2, this is Soren Wilkes. Next to him in 3, Paula Delana. Lane 5 in the black cap, Tyler Hultgren. And lane 6 for the Minnesota Flyers in the silver, Ravi Elliott. And Storm B will drop anchor with Kellen Krantz. And Kellen brings the Storm in at a 3:41. Heat 3. Take a minute to catch up on results here as we replace the backstroke ledge. In the boys 50 freestyle para, finishing second from Omni, Logan Clares, and our 2027 50 freestyle state champion with his winning time of 27.12, Hunter Ratfield. Congratulations, Hunter. In the boys 50-yard breaststroke para, our 2026 state champion with a winning time of 38.44 from the Metro Marlins, Hunter Ratfield. For medley relay heat 3. In lane 1, Northfield A, with Logan, Jim, Lucas, and Jacob. Lane 2, Great Wolf A, with Kipton, Vincent, Calvin, and Zach. Lane 4, Mako A, with Maddox, Luke, Kent, and Grant. Lane 5, Aquajets B, with Beckett, Broden, Dan, and Alex. Lane 6, Central Minnesota B, with Jack, Xavier, Alex, and Tommy. Lane 7, Hurricanes B, with Aiden, Aditya, Carter, and Jacob. Lane 8, Lake Superior A, with Lucas, Joey, Ezekiel, and Will. This is Joey Zellen capitalizing on a nice backstroke leadoff by Lucas Warren. And Ezekiel Fish in the water for Lake Superior. Lead the pack by about 8 yards. And Will Zellen now in the water for Lake Superior. .341, the time to beat. Posted last heat by Storm B. And Lake Superior is going to be in the low 330s. 3:35:41 for Lake Superior. Heat 4. Lane 1, Alexandria A with Reese, Andy, Gavin, and Landon. Lane 3, Riptide A with Thomas, Mackenzie, Micah, and Gabe. Lane 4, Minnetonka B with Rowan, Morgan, Joshua, and Cole. Lane 5, South Metro Storm A with Parker, Charlie, Owen, and Luke. Lane 6, Sims A with Blake, Andrew, Alexander, and Finn. Lane 7, Blackline A with Ruslan, Liam, Brad, and Louie. And lane 8, Hurricanes A with Axel, Luca, Thomas, and Tristan. Pretty salty leadoff leg for Minnetonka B. The 51-94 out of Rowan Irwin. And Minnetonka coming back to the pack a little bit. They'll still be in the water first, but it's getting close. Josh Weeder, the flyer for Minnetonka, right next door from Storm is Owen Baudette. And Owen with a massive underwater out the first wall. And a 48-80 for Owen Baudette. And a big lead for Storm A. And 330.75 for Storm. Minnetonka B in at a 31.99. Now Heat 5. And now our top-seeded heat. All of these teams are the various swim clubs A team. Lane 1, Velocity Aquatic with Cam, Luke, Michael, and Sam. Lane 2, Tuna with Dante, Wesley, Mason, and Brady. Lane 3, Aquajets with Min, Talon, Ballard, and Rohan. Lane 4, Minnetonka with Ben, Will, William, and Bricks. Lane 5, North Suburban with Benno, Rogan, Lucas, and Danny. Lane 6, Rochester with Andrew, Gabe, William, and Miko. Lane 7, St. Croix with Grant, Parker, Lucian, and Ben. And lane 8, Central Minnesota with Hayden, Charlie, Ty, and Sawyer. Will Jabs and Rogan Ellis, Minnetonka and North Suburban battling. But now two more teams, Tuna and St. Croix, have joined the dance. Charlie Bobbick of Central Minnesota swimming well over in lane 8. And Lucas McGann, a monster first 50, 22-2-1. Mason Krings of Tuna looking really good in lane 2 as well. North Suburban will anchor with Danny By. Next in the water, Tuna. This is Brady Landstad. Anchoring for Minnetonka, Bricks DeWitt. North Suburban running away with this. Tuna and Minnetonka battling for the silver. And North Suburban, 323.82. And that concludes our morning session for Saturday. Next up, after a warm-up period and a break, will be 1650 freestyle.